Good morning, students. This is your teacher Neela Mehlawat, and we'll continue with the topic that is your Mendelian disorders. So, this is our part 2 of the same topic. I hope there was no doubt in the first one. So, can we start with this? Now, today I have brought some, few questions also so that we can discuss those questions. If you understood, if your basics are clear, then easily you can answer those questions. Right, students? Can we start now? Okay, let's you keep your books and everything ready so that we can start. Right, let's start then. Now, third that we'll talk about, the third Mendelian disorder is the phenylketonuria. Right, phenylketonuria. Okay, this is a third Mendelian disorder. Now, it is an autosomal recessive disorder. As I've made you understand that autosomal means it is related with the autosomes, right? It is related with the autosomes, and recessive means it will not be expressed in heterozygous condition. It will not be expressed in heterozygous condition. अब जो phenylketonuria है, there is a gene which is present on chromosome number 12. Okay, there is a gene which is present on chromosome number 12, right? This gene is called phenylalanine gene, right? This gene is called phenylalanine gene, and it is present on which chromosome? Chromosome number 12. Now, this gene will code for an enzyme. This gene will code for an enzyme. The enzyme is called phenylalanine hydrolase enzyme. The enzyme is called phenylalanine hydrolase enzyme. And this enzyme will convert phenylalanine in your body to tyrosine. ठीक है, तो ये आपकी बॉडी में phenylalanine को tyrosine में convert करेगा. So this is the normal procedure. Now, if a person has any problem in this gene, so what will happen? Let's see. So chromosome number 12, right? Chromosome number 12 has a gene. If there is a gene mutation in that particular gene, so no enzyme will be made, right? There is no production of this enzyme. Which enzyme? Phenylalanine hydrolase enzyme. Okay. So if there is no enzyme, then this phenylalanine will accumulate. जो phenylalanine है उसका production continuously हो रहा है और वो धीरे धीरे उसकी क्वांटिटी बढ़ती चली जाएगी. ठीक है, एंड इट विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू फेनाइल पायरुविक एसिड. राइट, फेनाइलएलानिन से वो किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी? फेनाइल पायरुविक एसिड में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी. एंड दिस फेनाइल पायरुविक एसिड विल स्टार्ट सर्कुलेटिंग इन द ब्लड. दिस विल बी रिलीज्ड इनटू द ब्लड एंड विल स्टार्ट सर्कुलेटिंग. सो व्हाट विल बी द इफेक्ट? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, दिस फेनाइल पायरुविक एसिड इट विल एक्यूमुलेट इन जॉइंट्स. हमारे जो जोड़ हैं, राइट, लिगामेंट्स एंड टेंडन्स, ये वहाँ एक्यूमुलेट हो जाएगा, एंड दिस में लीड टू द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ अनदर डिजीज विच इज कॉल्ड आर्थराइटिस. समटाइम्स दिस एसिड में ऑल्सो एक्यूमुलेट इन द ब्रेन एंड इट विल कॉल द मेंटल रिटार्डेशन. मेंटल रिटार्डेशन मीन्स आप प्रॉपरली आपकी बॉडी को सिंक्रोनाइज नहीं कर पाएंगे, आपका IQ लेवल कम हो जाएगा, एंड यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू इंटरप्रेट द सिचुएशन. Right, and some amount of phenylalanine will also be excreted into the urine. So हमारी बॉडी पर 3 बेसिक इफेक्ट्स पड़ेंगे. एक, जॉइंट्स में पायरुविक एसिड जो है एक्यूमुलेट हो जाएगा एंड आर्थराइटिस में डेवलप. अगर हमारे ब्रेन में एक्यूमुलेट हो गया तो मेंटल रिटार्डेशन हो जाएगी हमें. एंड द लास्ट, दैट दिस phenylalanine, because it is in extra amount in the body, it will be released into the urine. राइट, ओके. अब हम चलते हैं नेक्स्ट डिजीज पर, नेक्स्ट डिसऑर्डर पर, एंड द डिसऑर्डर इज कॉल्ड नाइट कलर ब्लाइंडनेस. द डिसऑर्डर इज कॉल्ड कलर ब्लाइंडनेस. देखिए, 2 वर्ड्स है इसमें. कलर ब्लाइंडनेस मीन्स इट इज समथिंग रिलेटेड विद द कलर. नाउ इट इज ऑल्सो सेक्स लिंक्ड एंड अ रिसेसिव डिसऑर्डर. फर्स्ट टाइम it is sex linked. Sex linked means it is related with the either X chromosome or the Y chromosome, right? We have two sex chromosomes, one is X, one is Y. So it is related with the sex of the child, it is related with the sex chromosome. Again, it is recessive, so it will not be expressed in the heterozygous condition. And this is linked with X chromosome. So color blindness is related with X chromosome. Now what happens in a normal person? Now normal person has X chromosome, right? It can be a male, it can be a female. अगर female है तो XX, male है तो XY. So on the X chromosome there are genes related with the X chromosome. Now these genes, there is one gene which will code for the cone cells. Cone cells are present in your eyes. ये हमारी eyes में एक तरीके की specific cells हैं and they help in identifying the different colors. ठीक है? So eyes has cone cells and will be able to identify the color, right? So person can easily distinguish red and green colors from each other. ठीक है? If the person has a defective gene, right? If a person has a defective gene, means if the person has color blindness, so X chromosome is there. The X chromosome contains that gene will have a mutation, right? That gene will have a mutation. So जो हमारे cone cells हैं, they will not be able to distinguish between the red and the green color. Because of gene mutation, our cone cells cannot distinguish between the red and green color, right? Now देखिए मेल में XY है, so there is only X chromosome, एक single X chromosome है, तो यहाँ पर अगर single ही एक X chromosome है तो even the recessive condition will be expressed. तो अगर recessive भी है तो वो भी express हो जाएगा because it only has one chromosome. So it has been observed that 8% of the males have this color blindness. Okay, 8% of the males have color blindness. In case of female, there are two XX, right? If it is only present in one chromosome, right? Only on one X chromosome. So female will be a carrier. It will not be expressed because it is a recessive one. It has to be present on both the chromosome. तो आपकी जो ये color blindness है, इसको expression आने के लिए it should be present on both the chromosomes, or you can say the condition should be homozygous recessive. Then only the expression in females will occur, and so it has been observed that the chances of suffering the females will be only 0.4%. It is only 0.4%, right? Okay, students. So the probability that the males have color blindness is more, and the probability that the girls have or the females is less. Okay. Now come to the next, that is hemophilia. Hemophilia is your fifth Mendelian disorder, right? Now hemophilia is sex linked and it is a recessive disorder, right? Sex linked means it will be related to the sex chromosomes. Recessive means it will not be expressed in the heterozygous condition, right? It will not be expressed in heterozygous condition. It will only be expressed in homozygous recessive condition. देखिए हीमोफीलिया नॉर्मल इंसान में क्या होता है? The normal person, if it is a male, it will be XY. If it is a female, it is XX. So एक प्रोटीन बनता है उनकी बॉडी में. The protein is made and that protein is responsible for the blood clotting. Blood clotting आपको पता है क्या होता है? सपोज करिए अगर हमारी बॉडी में कहीं कट लग गया है तो बॉडी से ब्लड बाहर निकलना शुरू हो जाता है. सो देयर इज़ अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ क्लॉट देयर. वहाँ पर एक खुरंड बन जाता है जिससे कि ब्लड बाहर ना निकले, ब्लड आपकी बॉडी से रिमूव ना हो, because our body only contains 4 to 5 liters of blood, right? And if that blood comes out, then there are a lot of functions of our body will be disturbed. So वो protein जो responsible है, that will cause the blood to clot. Now if a person is diseased, यानी जिस इंसान को हीमोफीलिया है, so there could be 3 possibilities, right? There could be 3 possibilities. मान लीजिए फीमेल है, if it is diseased, so this gene has to be present on both the chromosomes, only then the expression will occur because it is a recessive trait. So females में क्या होगा? प्रोटीन नहीं बनेगा, प्रोटीन नहीं बनेगा तो ब्लड क्लॉटिंग भी नहीं होगी, ब्लड क्लॉटिंग नहीं होगा तो ब्लड विल कीप ऑन फ्लोइंग, हमारी बॉडी से ब्लड बाहर निकलता रहेगा एंड ब्लड का लॉस इतना ज़्यादा हो जाएगा दैट इट मे कॉज द डेथ ऑफ द पर्सन. It may cause the death of the person. Now second concept is if the female is only a carrier. Female सिर्फ carrier है means the gene is only present, or you can say it is only present in one of the X chromosome, right? Because it is recessive, so this will act as a carrier. This will not be expressed. ये disease उस female में express नहीं होगी. She will only act as a carrier, right? And if she gets married to a person, then there are chances that these may be transmitted to both males and females. तो chances हैं कि ये disease male और female में pass हो जाएगी. Now third could be in case of male. If the male has only one X chromosome, and if that X chromosome has that gene, okay, that is XH, I am designated with H. So that if that gene is there, so there will be the protein will not be made. If there is no protein made, there will be no blood clotting. If there is no blood clotting, that means the blood will keep on going out of the body, and again it may cause the death of the person, right? So the expression in females, see, in males 100% it will be expressed because they only have one X chromosome. But in females there could be two possibilities. The female could be a carrier and the female could be diseased also. Okay, so disease condition will be very, very less in case of females because they have two X chromosomes. So the possibility of that both of them are having that allele is very, very less. Okay, now coming to your next, that is the questions that I was talking about. I have taken these questions from the few apps. You can also download those apps. Like yesterday I told you that you can download the Meditation, you can download the extra marks. The questions are given in these apps, and they are very, very good. You can solve these questions, right? The question is, which of the following genotypes present a heterozygous individual? इनमें से कौन है जो heterozygous condition में है? देखिए, is it RR? RR is homozygous because both are same. Is it R, capital R, small r? Yes. So your answer is R, small r. Okay. Next is, there is gene I which is responsible for the blood group, right? And this gene I has three alleles, IA, IB and I. So बताइए O blood group जो है, बच्चे का O blood group है, तो उसमें कौन सी alleles होंगी? देखिए IA, IB if you remember, and IAB, this is right, and O always have II. O always have II. So your last option is correct. Okay. Let's come to the next. हमने एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया है, उसमें एक राउंड सीड्स हैं एंड रिंकल सीड्स हैं. ठीक है, उसकी F2 की व्हाट विल बी द रेशो इन F2? F2 में क्या रेशो होगी? क्या रेशो होती है? व्हाट इज द रेशो? द रेशो इज 9:3:3:1, राइट? और इस फिनोमेना को, मेंडल के इस फिनोमेना को हम क्या कहते हैं? इट इज कॉल्ड डोमिनेंस, राइट? नेक्स्ट इज, सपोज कोई इंडिविजुअल है, हम उसकी जीनोटाइप फाइंड आउट करना चाहते हैं, और तो हम रिसेसिव पेरेंट से क्रॉस करते हैं. ठीक है, तो इस क्रॉस को हम क्या कहते हैं? इज इट कॉल्ड अ सेल्फ क्रॉस, डायहाइब्रिड क्रॉस, मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस और टेस्ट क्रॉस? yes, it is called test cross. then is, सपोज करिए हमने वायलेट फ्लावर्स को वाइट फ्लावर्स के साथ क्रॉस किया है, वायलेट फ्लावर्स विद वाइट फ्लावर्स. सो व्हाट विल बी दी F2 जनरेशन? व्हाट विल बी द फिनोटिपिक रेशो इन F2 जनरेशन ऑफ मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस? क्या रेशो होगी? 3:1. द रेशो विल बी 3:1. now so today you will have your homework. First of all, you will make notes of the topic, then you will have this page numbers, you will go through these page numbers 89 to 91. then you will practice some of the questions which are given in the apps like extra marks, meditation, NCRT app is also available, so you must go through these apps, right? Okay, right. So everybody will go through it. You will practice those questions so that your basics can be clear. And if there is any doubt, you will respond to me. Okay, dear students? Okay, bye everyone.